Hello, everyone. Hey, welcome back to the Subsistence King of the Hill co-op with Mr. Mozo Tice.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
So it is now day
3.
three. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think day 3. And as you heard from last episode, rogues are out and about. There's one actually close to the neutral base, which is now my base. So yeah, a little concerning. Now, one thing I don't think we clarified too much. Now that I put my BCU down, I am responsible to repair this base, protect this base from hunter attacks, and so forth. So it is my responsibility until Mr. Mozo can take this base over. So, yeah, it is my responsibility now to take care of everything here.
I think the other thing that we maybe skipped over on a bit, now that you've got that base and I haven't, is what is the reason, why do I need to take that base over? Like, what is the purpose of me coming and attacking you? What do I achieve by it, and why would I want to? So, I think
the big thing is that's true.
The primary reason is a wood burner. I mean, we all know campfires don't last very long at all. So getting a wood burner is a priority, and obviously the only way I can get a wood burner is to have a BCU to craft it in. And the only BCU on the map, allowable, at least on a permanent basis, is the one in what is currently your base.
And it is full of energy and mass, and I cannot make anything. It's awful. It's so bad. But I need scrap metal like crazy, so that's going to be my adventure today. Let's try to get out and get scrap metal.
I just need to avoid these wolves. They're just everywhere. So today for me is going to be about getting as much loot as I can possibly find and trying to make at least some form of a sealed base. And that is a base that isn't something Krymstik can just walk into and steal my stuff from. Which essentially means a door, some walls, preferably a roof. Even if it's just a single foundation, you know, it's something. Because at the moment all my worldly goods are on me, and as we found out in the last episode, it is so easy to die.
It really is, and the fact we cannot have beds down makes it a lot trickier.
Yep. Yeah, we did consider putting a bed in the abandoned base, but with a bed comes a few problems. For instance, if I'm attacking the abandoned base because Krymstik has it and I want it, if there's a spawn on the bed, then clearly he's just going to spawn back in the abandoned base, even if I manage to kill him, which, you know, clearly can't work. So the only other place to put a bed would be in your own base, and I believe beds do not work if your BCU is not present, so that would mean we would have to have another BCU. If we have another BCU in our own personal base, when I come to take over the abandoned building, I will be deleting that BCU, which means my personal base now gets free power and mass, and so would Krymstik's. He would get free power and mass in his base. And obviously then be able to craft stuff, which is not the idea of the game. So beds are out, unfortunately. So yes, each death is going to be met with wails of anguish as we have to traverse the entire map. In some cases in the middle of winter, just to get our stuff back.
See, that's the hard part, yeah, because if you don't get it back, then you lose everything. And if it's the middle of winter, then it's just, I don't even want to think about it, to be honest with you. That's really rough. Losing everything you worked so hard for.
Yep. Right, I need some food. Where's all the food gone? Somebody stole all the food. All the places I usually go to find it are... Ooh, there's a chicken. I was going to say, are empty.
Oh, this is nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna lie. This is really very nerve-wracking.
I'm just sort of staying out of your way at the moment because clearly I need to catch up a little bit. You've obviously gone directly for the main base, which means you're going to be behind on your own personal base.
Yeah, that's another thing I'm paranoid about, because if I end up losing everything and dying, that just means you can come in and take everything, and I literally have nothing.
There you go. Chance you take.
But yeah, scrap metal. Scrap metal, scrap metal. Just a big thing I'm after today.
Well, I just need everything. Everything. No pressure.
Oh, okay, looks like there's a rogue camp over there. We're definitely staying away from that. Scrap metal and nails. Really?
Yeah. Well, nails is always a thing, though, isn't it? I mean, every single game,
yeah.
It's like nails, nails, nails. And then you end up with everything you need, and it's just, the game gives you so many nails, you end up putting them in the mass recycler. You just don't need them
You're
anymore.
just flooded with them.
Yeah.
I'm looking for that. Yeah, because I need another canteen. I've only got the one. And it's really hard to go far out and get really thirsty. It's the one canteen.
Especially as your base is nowhere near a pond.
Yeah. That was something I did bring up, but we didn't want to make it too easy to have the life and luxuries.
No.
Even though there's 2 solar panels and a wind turbine up there. But we thought that'd be pretty cool, just because of an advanced base. I mean, you really, really want something like that. But yeah, no, that's very, very concerning.
It was done on purpose because whoever actually controls that base needs to have a reason to go out. Because later in the game, when you've got kind of everything, you know, you need to have a reason to leave the base. Otherwise, it would just be impossible for game progression. So the need to go out and get water was fairly focal. Right, let me just kill a few wild animals here and try and survive. That one. And now another one of those. I'm really not sure whether it's worth keeping seeds. I don't know. I know we've said we've found a way of actually having a plant bed at our base. Krymstik did test it, by the way. Without a BCU bubble around it, the plants do appear to continue growing in a plant bed. But
yes, they do.
Whether or not, if they've continued to grow and they're now fully grown, and you pick them and replant new seeds, whether those new seeds would grow if they were planted when you were not in a bubble, we've yet to find out. But,
okay, yep, that's a valid point.
Yeah, we will figure that out as we go, and if necessary, then we'll just say, okay, well, we'll have to be able to place a BCU when we plant new seeds. But kind of hoping that's not going to be a thing, but we'll see. Right, I'm still hurting a lot on veggies. I'm not finding many blueberries or anything. So I can't go that way because there's rogues up there. Can't go that way because there's a Krymstik over there. Can't go that way because there's rogues over there. So it looks like we're going this way.
There might be a Krymstik over that way.
Nah. Those rogues are shooting something else. No, you wouldn't be going that far away from your base. Because if I saw you that far away from your base, I would probably make a beeline for your base and go and take it over.
Yeah, I need to really hurry up with some of the things here and take advantage of that in case you do end up taking it over. Problem is, scrap metal. It's just non-existent.
Alright, that's enough for that. And then we're going to need some for that. That's there's another 4. And probably more than that as well. Right, I need nails. Top that up. I'm just going to pop out and get 60 more nails. I'll be back in a minute.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. I got the 60 nails, and life is good.
Yeah, if only it were that easy. Ugh. Oh, go away, wolf. Turn the other way. Why did you have to turn this way? There's all that land. I'm not going to say what kind of land it is. There's all that land up there that you could go to. You have to be on this bit. No, the other way. The other way. That was the wrong other way. That's more like it.
All right, come on, loot. I need you today. Ooh, okay.
Oh, now the bear has decided he wants this crate.
Tricky thing, too, is like I can't use all my arrows on small game because then I have nothing to protect myself against Mozo.
I don't think arrows are going to do any good against my shotgun anyway.
I mean, that's very true. You're no wolf. Oh, I'm so paranoid. No, I don't think I am.
Oh,
You know, I'm not worried about him. What do I need for that? Ew, scrap metal. Always scrap metal. I think I'm just gonna have to start chasing and catching the chickens.
What it is you're building that requires so much scrap metal?
The plant bed requires 8. The wood burning stove also requires 8. I made a fishing pole, so that's a lot of it there.
There you go.
I gotta have my fishing pole. That's like the key thing.
I think we went through this in the last Warzone series. It's like always playing with your pole.
Yeah, right?
Oh no! I found a chicken and I've run out of arrows.
Better start chasing it.
No, can't chase it. There's a wolf. Oh, what? Chicken must have wandered into me and just came out of my menu in time to see it flying away over the horizon. Well, not flying, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
The chicken form of flying.
Alright, there should be enough tree chopping for day. Yep. Hello, bear.
I'm going to do that in a minute. Oh, hello, chicken. No, I'd rather have the blueberry.
funny. It's like now there are no fibers around to really even... Oh, I say that. There's 2 here.
Yeah, I'm okay today, but yesterday I was struggling to find fibers.
Oh, there's another deer. There's no loot. Oh, hello. I say that. It was very well hidden.
Mm.
Alright, let's see what level he is. He's a 3. Yep. Nope, you're good, dude. Might have been a 2, but I think he killed something, so we gotta level up. That's right. You heard me. The deer killed something.
I think. Hang on, was he talking about a wolf?
That deer. That's a mean deer. Stay away from it if I were you.
Hmm. Oh. Looked as if that rabbit was stuck in a tree, so I sort of worked my way around just to see if it was behind the tree, and it was behind the tree and ran away.
I believe in you, Mozo.
No, he's gone. I didn't see where he went.
Ugh, I tell you, it's hard getting into this base because you got to go uphill, and there are wolves everywhere.
And that's when you own it.
Yeah, right?
You wait till you got to get in it, and I own it.
What concerns me as well is tactically because even though we did reset our days here, the hunter days haven't really respawned. So when the hunters come in, are they going to be so advanced where we actually have to worry?
No, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. They should just spawn in, because the server was created with no hunters enabled. So once you enable hunters, they should just spawn in naturally, you know, a bit at a time. I was a bit surprised to see so many rogue camps, but well, we'll have to see. Yes, finally found an apple.
Very nice on that apple.
Yeah, it didn't last long. One bite and it was gone.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, so that backfired miserably.
What did you do?
There's a rogue camp over the hill, and they were going after a moose. Like, ooh, free loot. And I ran up there, and there's like 2 rogues now. Actually survived.
Okay. Did you die?
I did not.
Now I'm wondering whether you actually did, whether I should make a beeline back for your base.
That's up to you.
Well, I didn't defeat you in combat, so it would be non-par. But it did cross my mind.
Yes. See, now the problem...
On the other hand, if you were significantly weakened by the rogues that you failed to kill, and I came across you with 10 health and shot you with an arrow, then I would have defeated you in combat. I could go and try and grab the base.
Ooh. Well, that, ooh. That was rough. Okay,
This
yeah,
gets
so
complicated, doesn't it? Oh god, there's a wolf
it does.
there. Just walked straight into a
I don't
wolf
know
because I
where
was
that
chatting to
rogue
you.
came from. Oh my gosh, that rogue just came out and headshotted me.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Wow, can't believe that wolf didn't follow me. Yeah, they're quite good with the old headshots. Wow, I just walked almost straight into that wolf, and yet I turned around and ran away and he didn't follow me. That shocked me.
And see, now I'm stuck, because, well, I guess my health is okay to be able to run out there. Oh, scrap metal. I need you.
Now I'm finding fibre everywhere.
Okay, so... Ugh. Alright, wait for that canteen. I'm going to stay in my base and defend it. I really need to get a pistol, though. I mean, something as useful as that, but I gotta craft something else.
Yeah. Priorities, priorities. You can't have everything immediately, and the choices you make might significantly affect your ability to survive.
That is true. That is very, very, very true. I still can't believe that rogue was able to get one off on me like that so easily.
Mm.
Ooh, I got bloody hands. Uh-oh, okay. That would not be good right now. Oh, these...
Oh, I'm out of arrows again? How can I be out of arrows again? I just made 4.
Alright, gotta be careful. The road camp's around here. Wolf's chasing me. Oh.
Come on, arrows, craft faster.
Yeah. This is brutal. I'm staying away from there. Like the nighttime's coming around.
Oh. What? How can I miss with 2 arrows when the rabbit is right in front of me? I think this is one of those tricky rabbits. It's a ghost rabbit.
Wascally Wabbit.
Yeah. Oh.
I didn't say that. You didn't hear that. It's okay.
A wascally rabbit. A wabbit. Yeah. I think those arrows probably flew over your base. He was on the brow of a hill. Shot 2 arrows. The first one missed. The second one missed.
Jeez. Alright, I'll look for him here in just a second. You get over that water, though.
Oh. I mean, I'm not desperate for fibre, but when there's 2 right next to a wolf, I'm just so tempted to go and grab them. I didn't. That's it, wolf, you wander up there. Sniff. No, don't chase. I said sniff. He wasn't listening.
Alright, well, let's see what you're going to do, Bear, because I kind of want that right there. Alright, well, not worth it.
Oh, there's a rabbit. Oh, damn you. Hate you, rabbits. Stop running. Oh, what? Oh, I need to get my arrow back.
Did you get it back?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I don't know how I managed to miss so many rabbits. I blame it on lag. It's server lag. It's not. It's not.
There
my,
we go.
It's not my inadequacies at all.
Ooh, all right. Yep, it's getting dark real quick.
Yeah. I was kind of heading my way back and got distracted. The dastardly wabbits. There's that same wolf guarding a different crate. And another wabbit. Oh, I'm going to go next to the wolf.
I believe in you. Use your shotgun. Use your double barrel.
I missed the blooming rabbit. Oh, there's something going on with these rabbits. They're ganging up against me. I don't think I can get my arrow back because that wolf is just too close. Aha. Right, got my arrow back. Didn't see where the rabbit went. I now just need those 2 crates that the wolf is stood next to. Oh, for a shotgun. No, don't come this way. Go the other way. Ugh. Go away.
Hey, what, man? This is nerve-wracking.
I want to shoot this wolf.
Ooh, okay, yep, definitely getting dark.
I really want to shoot this wolf. Go, just go. No! Go the other way. Oh, alright, chase me then. I'll get you away from the crates one way or another. That's it. Come walkies. Oh, come walkies into that level 2 bear with me. Oh no, there's a builder crate there. Oh. This game is just not playing fair with me at all. Right, of that one. How the heck do I get past him now? Sorry viewers, it has gone a tad dark.
Unfortunately, yes.
But I am not ready to give up on those 2 crates. Although they've probably despawned a long, long time ago. Well, there's one of them. I have a feeling that wolf is going to return with a vengeance. And we're taking cold damage. Right. Oh, there's the wabbit. There's the wabbit. Yes, we got the wabbit.
Nicely done, good sir. Nicely done.
So it was another wabbit. I did actually end up with everything that I set out to get. It just took a while. Like, all night.
Better late than never.
Persistence pays. There you go. Alright. I now need to try and get a roof on, because it's almost certainly going to rain again, because games like that. So, what can we make? Make a doorway and a roof. So, yeah, I did end up with a fair bit of stuff in terms of, well, I'm not going to tell you.
Sure you can.
Because then you'll know. 3 dead chickens and 3 dead rabbits and 2 live rabbits. So that was pretty good.
A lot of cloth for that shotgun there.
Yeah.
See, I'm just thinking, okay, if I die, what do I not want you to have?
Lots of stuff. Right. Need to, I think I'm going to go with rabbits first. Ooh. So how's life treating you in your little castle on top of the hill there? Is it comfortable?
It's not bad, actually. It's pretty roomy. There's a lot of room.
Warm enough?
There's definitely a lot of heat going on.
Room for 2 people.
I didn't, Well, the scary thing about it is there are windows everywhere, so there's not really a good place to hide.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened. Yeah, can't imagine for the life of me how that came about. Right.
I'm still trying to make a pickaxe. I don't have a pickaxe.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. Like I said, I had the one, and I used it all on the door.
Do you want to borrow one of mine?
And I just haven't had enough scrap metal.
I'll lend you one of mine if you want.
Oh, multiple. Okay, good to know, good to know.
Oh. Well, the good news is I have a door on my little base. The bad news is I still a wall missing. But, you know, I feel better because I have a door.
Yeah, I mean, that's a start.
Yeah, there you go. There, a little fire going, check for rogues. Okay, some over there. Can't see much because I've got a lot of black areas, but no idea. I can see one rogue camp, that's it. Welcome back, everybody. So we cut the night out because there really wasn't much point in keeping a dark night sitting by a fire in for boring you guys. It did give us a bit of an opportunity to have a chat, and we've decided to make a small change. I said, I think it was yesterday, I think it was this episode yesterday, that I wouldn't be able to go and take over Krymstik's base knowing that he'd died because I hadn't defeated him in combat. And we've decided that that's not really the game. I mean, hunters attack you whether you're dead or not. So at any time I choose, I should be able to go and attack, well, what is currently his base with a view to taking it over. So we both kind of agreed that, yeah, if I have enough courage, if I can plug the courage up enough to do it, then you can just go and attack, and that's that. Right, so I've cooked up all the food I had. I still don't have a storage crate, and I'm still missing a wall. Now, I can make a wall, but I'm really short on wood, So I think I'm going to go out, chop a load of trees. Seems like a plan. And
Yep, that's kind of where I'm at too. Wood.
no point in shutting my door because there's nothing in there for you to steal. So, yeah, gonna go and do a bit of Edward, as in the famous actor Edward Woodward, which I always thought was a marvellous name.
That is a fantastic name, actually. Now,
right.
if I can get my mining pick going, I will be doing well.
Oh.
But it's level 185. Okay, it's a wolf. Nope, can't do that. But yep, it's coming down again to scrap iron.
You're on pickaxes and I'm on picking blueberries.
See, you say pickaxes plural. That has me a little concerned. It's not a singular thing.
Yeah, well, I might have led you to believe that I had a stash of pickaxes ready to chop down your door. Doesn't necessarily mean it was true.
You would make a very good poker player.
Yeah. Oh, hello, wolf. Sneaking up on me over the top of the hill there.
Oh, don't let him do it again.
No. No, that's not going to happen again. I have a base and I'm not afraid to use it.
Alright. Yeah, one of the big things we had thought about as well with the whole having to kill the other player before you can get to the neutral base is I could have my personal base up and I could just hide in there, wait for energy to come by, and then periodically go to the neutral base, use that energy, and come back to my personal base. So it's very difficult to try and hunt down a single person on this entire map. You have to try to kill them. So that was one of the big things too.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you supposed to find somebody that doesn't want to be found on such a big map?
Yeah, if I'm not allowed
Chris
to
Cougar.
attack, if I'm not allowed to attack the neutral base because I haven't killed you, then I have to try and find you to kill you so that I can
Yeah.
attack the base, which kind of defeats the purpose. So, yeah, I can attack anytime I choose. I just have to let you know because the game doesn't. So, to make it thoroughly fair, if hunters are attacking you, yeah, if hunters are attacking you, then are you saying boom because you're attacking my base?
I know, I'm just saying boom.
Yeah. I think.
I have no idea where your base is at until I watch your video.
Well, I'm not convinced that it's going to be staying where it is, but I had to put something down because it was night time, so I may well, as days go by, relocate it.
Okay, I want that, and see if that road camp is still... No, looks like the road camp may have been moved.
Yeah, I did check the map
That
last
would do
night, and I
well.
couldn't actually see any, so not sure where they are.
Now, if I craft something that requires a BCU at my base, do I have to announce it to you?
Well, like a plant bed, you mean?
Yeah, because I'm kind of in that process of getting that set up.
I don't think so. I think, you know, I mean, obviously, if our viewers are deciding to play their own game, they may not know the other players quite as well as we know each other. In which case, you might want to do that. But I think for the purposes of our game, we just got to trust each other to follow the rules. And, you know, it's a gentlemanly game, isn't it? So...
That's true, and it's not like you can't just simply watch my videos and be like, yep, okay, yeah, you've done
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
That's not, yep.
Right, going to have to put a full wall in there. And then I need...
Oh,
there's
no.
rain. That's not good.
No, we have not had really any luck with this weather in this game today.
It's
Or
terrible,
yesterday,
isn't it?
or the day before, or
Yeah.
the first day.
So when I first set up the server, completely empty and needed to spend time in the game, obviously I had to survive while I was doing it because, well, There's no God mode in this game. And it rained solidly for 4 days. 4 days. And I spawned in the middle of the night in the rain and pretty much immediately died because I couldn't get a fire going. So, yeah, it's fun.
Ooh, yeah, no, this has been rough, but it is a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie though, I do kind of miss seeing you at the end of every episode, seeing how much loot you got, how much I got, kind of combining things all together. Oh, it's a little different twist, but like I said, I've never done PvP in this game. I don't think you have either.
No.
And something new.
That's it. It's all
here
a bit of
comes
fun.
rain.
Right, I put my storage crate down somewhere. You can't access it.
Oh, my steak just spoiled. That's not good.
Got any more of those? Stick those over there. You can go in there.
Alright, well here's hoping we don't get stuck in our base all day from freezing temperatures.
Yeah, no, I think we'd be good. I think in the daytime temperatures should be okay. Problem obviously is at night. Alright, put those in there. Yeah, I'll keep the chicken there for now. Right, so the only thing I've got on me is very basic stuff. Ooh, need those.
Oh jeez,
5,
okay.
4, and 7. Is it
Go
cold,
around.
is it? Oh.
Yeah, I'm at 7 degrees and wet. I think it's what, 4 degrees the wet takes from it?
Yeah. Yeah, and your cold tolerance is 2.5 without a t-shirt or boots. So I'm deliberating at the moment of whether to make a shotgun, for which I have no ammo, or a t-shirt, which gives me a little bit more protection. I think it's going to have to be a t-shirt. Which is a bit of a shame.
Keep in mind though, it allows you to stay out and loot.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I was thinking. I would rather have had a shotgun, but as I don't have any ammo for it, there's little point. Right, so we get a few of those crafted. Okay.
Ooh, magnum round. That'll go good with my magnum.
That you don't have.
I would make a terrible poker player.
No, what you should have said there was, oh, that's just what I needed, a 44 round.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yep, I'm taking damage, so I'm gonna have to retreat back to the base.
I'm not.
Ah.
But this is what we were saying, isn't it? That the decisions that you make in how you go about playing the game, what you craft, when you craft it, they all randomize the way the game is played, effectively.
Yeah.
So, like, if you've prioritized, for example, if I'd have prioritized a shotgun, then I would have to stay in the warm. But because I decided to prioritize the t-shirt, I can come out and loot. You know, so it's all like choices, choices, choices.
Mm-hmm. Difficult ones at that. Okay, so I need that, and we're gonna make a bunch of these.
Having said that, the amount of loot that I'm finding on the game, I might as well have made the shotgun.
Oh, yeah, the shirt really does help.
Talks you into it, huh?
Yeah. Like, it's too risky. You can't stay and do nothing while the other person is literally just gobbling up all the loot. And...
That's it.
Okay, I'm still taking damage, though. It's a higher altitude? Oh, no. It's 4 degrees and I'm wet, so yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
And I have no protein.
You must be up high somewhere.
Alright. I mean, I kind of need to kill you, chicken. It's funny though, I'm so rushing to get the plant bed going. I have no seeds of any kind.
Oh. You don't actually need to kill the chicken necessarily, you just need to pluck it. Unless you're hungry, of course.
Yeah.
In case you need to kill it. Chicken will get upset if you try and,
come in handy.
if you try and eat it before killing it.
Ah, okay. Now the temperature is doing a little better. I did bring my water. What? Yep. Go away, dude. I need this loot.
I need that rabbit. Oh,
I need this chicken.
That'll be a road camp then.
Well done.
Either that or there's 4 Krymstiks on the map.
Oof, that sounds really scary. Okay, I don't know where that bear went, so... Oh, there he is, but... Okay, so the one bear I run into... has to be level 3.
You've only run into one bear?
So close to my loot, there's 3 containers here, and he and I are just not seeing eye to eye at the moment.
You have to offer him some form of bribery.
There's a delicious looking mozo over there somewhere. Got some meat on him.
I was actually thinking you if you just caught a chicken, if you set the chicken down on the ground, the bear will go for the chicken, allowing you to get the loot. I promise you, that's what happens.
Yeah, it's not like the smaller animals run to the bigger ones for protection. I have yet to see a hawk in this game, like in this our King of the Hill game.
I haven't actually been looking. My eyes have been focused solely on the ground beneath my feet, not the sky above my head. But yeah, there should be one around somewhere. Or more correctly, 3. There should be 3 around somewhere. Ugh, 5 nails, huh? That's not good.
Now, is it just me, or are you seeing like groups of animals together?
Well, I saw a rock group earlier. I think there was a classical one on top of the hill. No. It's just
Okay,
you.
because I've seen like 2 to 3 animals just kind of hanging out together, but I don't see any road camps or anything that's suspicious.
There were a couple of groups in my trip out yesterday that I found, like a bear and a wolf together. But I think that was just random, you know. Because they wander, and sometimes they wander into each other, as it were. But no,
That's true.
Not specifically. Well, I am not finding much loot at all.
No. Myself either. I mean, I'm finding so much loot. This is insane.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of ores on the rocks, though. Being, of course, at a time where I
Love
don't
a mining
need
pick.
ores. Don't have any way of refining ores. I don't have a base that can have a refinery in it.
Yeah, that's something I may be working on. Hey,
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes, finally. Stopped raining.
3.
Oh,
I think we're out of the woods just yet, though.
Maybe. Oh, it's a level 3 moose. Okay. We will not be attacking that then. Brave I am, suicidal I am not.
Believe in you.
Nope, not happening. Oh. Hello bear, nothing happening here. Go back to your foraging.
Hmm. Hey, pickaxe. Wonderful.
Say that like you just found one. I was wandering along under that tree, and you know what? There was a pickaxe just laid on the floor.
Now see, that would add a little coolness to the game, where if you could find something like that.
Bye, wolf. Yeah. Right, what have we got? See what my accumulation of wealth was from that little trip. Not that good. Got a couple of those things that I won't mention because, well, my enemy might hear me.
I mean, you can. You can just mute it, but you can totally say it out loud.
Yeah,
I'm not going to judge.
that's cool. That's fine. We'll just keep it between us.
What? You totally whispered that. I didn't hear that.
Right. Wood, I think, is easier to come by than fibres. So we will burn the trees. Totally not aiding global warming.
All right, Mr. Wolf. We're going to have problems, dude. A lot of fiber around you. Dang, the day is already setting down.
Oh no, is it? Well, I've just come back for my midday meal to keep my fire lit, and barely even started my loot day.
All right, Mr.
Just got to hide in my little castle for fear of a Krymstik wandering by.
Yeah.
Yeah, never know when that rare breed of rogue is going to just wander past.
Crazy to have to worry about something like that because it's usually so simple on what we have to worry about.
Hmm.
Oh.
I need more wood. You definitely need more wood. Spending all day chopping wood is not enough. You need to spend all night chopping wood as well, apparently.
I'm trying to work my way. Boar, okay. This deer at the top of a hill.
Let me think. A deer at the top of a hill. I think I know exactly where you are.
I mean, it was a pretty dead giveaway.
All I need to find is a hill with a deer on it.
I don't know where he ran off. Oh, I hope I just didn't waste my arrows on that deer. Now I can't find him.
No, I totally hope you didn't lose a load of arrows shooting at the deer.
Right? I mean, I headshotted him twice. He's dead. Yep, it's good. Everything's okay.
Yeah, there might be an arrowless Krymstik wandering around up a hill somewhere.
Ooh, that's a scary thought to think about, that you're contemplating that.
Well, pretty sure by now you'll either have a shotgun or at least a pistol, so... Knowing you, I know you usually craft a shotgun before you get a bow, so...
You have to. It's such a nice weapon against the wolves.
I just saw a shadow flying past, and that's the eagle.
Ah.
So, yeah, eagle is definitely in the game, circling, not circling above me at all. I thought we were trying
to be extremely generic and give no clues to where we're at. Like, yep, okay, hill. Oh, shoot, I shouldn't have said that. Wow, that was nice.
Where did he go? Lost him.
Okay, well, yep. That deer got away from me. Moose, though.
I just put an arrow in a deer as well, and he ran off. I thought the wolf was going to chase him, but the wolf stayed still, and I didn't see where the deer went. They are elusive.
Yes, they are.
Dem dang deer. Oh, frightened a rabbit. I need that rabbit.
That's just the boar.
Did you go, rabbit?
Alright, so I have one of those I can turn into seeds. I have those. Are seeds.
Are seeds?
Here the game would have given some of us some cotton by now.
No, we don't deserve it. That sun is rapidly departing the building.
Yes, it is.
And I never did find that rabbit. Wow, look at all this scrap. I just can't believe how much scrap I'm finding.
No stamina. Wolf's chasing me.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I don't have a bow or a shotgun or a pistol, so I'm kind of in trouble.
So up a hill with a wounded deer at the bottom of it, somewhere around there is a Krymstik that's out of stamina, and he doesn't have a pistol or a shotgun. Oh, and he's out of arrows. Oh, nearly out of arrows.
Let's see how many of them I have left.
Just analysing this situation here.
I have one arrow left.
Oh, why did that have to be a seed? Why couldn't it have been a vegetable?
Hey, what, man? This.
About to give the game away, huh?
Everywhere. I'm so trying not hard. I'm so hard trying not to say where I'm at, my location, my status. But when you're recording this stuff, that's what you're used to saying.
Yeah.
So it's really throws you off.
Well, you can always mute me, or whatever it is you're doing.
Oh, that's true.
I think it's called deafening, actually. I think you deafen me. Not sure.
Alright, so we do that. All of those. Come over here. Grab that. And come on over here.
Right, so it is getting a bit dark. I'm afraid viewers are not going to be able to see very much. I'm going to make a straight line back to, not a straight line back to my base. Oh god, a curved line back to my, an S-shaped line back to my base. Piece of scrap there, I really want that. That's probably the level 2 wolf that didn't kill me right at the beginning of the game, because that would give my location away.
You would think so, but I have no idea where you're at.
Ah, well, neither have the viewers, because they can't see anything. Oh, that's a pig, that's alright. Which is why I have to use my glow stick, and you totally won't be able to see it on the map, so I have nothing to fear.
That's okay. I'm not looking at the map.
Level 3, 315, that's a moose. Level 305, that is not a moose.
That campfire is a little brighter than the usual. I think I know where you are.
Level 3, 315, that is the moose. Right, I have made it safely back to my castle. That
Yeah,
doesn't
right.
doesn't even have a step on the front of it.
Yeah, I gotta jump to get into mine.
Let's chuck that away in there. Put all this away. Now, obviously, viewers, for your benefit, ooh, I can eat that potato. You'll appreciate that at any moment, Krymstik could come and attack my base. What we've decided to not make it impossible to breach into your base is there should only be a maximum of one door. Now, it was actually me that said one door. I don't think Krymstik had any say in that issue. But between my loot box, or my main bulk of loot if you've got more loot boxes, there should only be one door between that and the main loot. And obviously we're too early in the game at the moment for it to make any difference, but the definition of stuff you can take as opposed to stuff you mustn't take is whether or not you had to craft something else to be able to craft that item. So for instance, clothing such as the basic clothing, like t-shirts, only requires feathers, obviously another t-shirt, cloth, cordage, that kind of thing. Now I know you have to craft cordage, but we consider cordage just to be a basic resource. So that would be okay. The blue t-shirt, the horrible green starter t-shirt. But when we get up to the black t-shirt, it requires rope and padded cloth. So you have to craft something else to craft the black gear. So that would be something you couldn't loot. So that's how we've kind of defined it. So in weapons terms, for instance, the shotgun you can craft on you, that's fine. The revolver requires weapon parts, but you don't craft anything, you loot them, so that's fine. The basic rifle, that's fine, although you do have to craft planks for it. So, but like cordage, planks are a basic craftable item, so we don't include that. But if you do an upgrade on one of those, even if it's just a pistol, if you upgrade it, even just clip size, then you can't loot it, because it's what we call a high-end item. So that's how we're defining that. Sorry, didn't mean to take over the just sitting quietly in the background.
No, you're good.
Going, yeah, that's fine. I agree with that. Yep, I'm on board with that. Yep. Yeah, just thought I'd clarify that, because obviously there was quite a lot of discussion on this when we were working out how we should play this game. We did have quite a lot of discussion on it, and the discussion really was like, what's fair to be able to take and what just makes the game more grindy and puts the loser in a fight in a significantly weaker position. And when we get to having things like winter jackets, flak jackets, helmets, that sort of thing, I think being able to take somebody else's level 2 shotgun, helmet and flak jacket sets them back so far that it's virtually unrecoverable, and it would just drag out the game to a point where it would no longer be fun. So that's how we kind of decided to play that.
And I mean, it makes sense too, because yeah, it takes forever on those resources to craft it, and those upgrades, even on the pistol, and I've never understood this, the same level 1 pistol upgrade is the same as a shotgun, same as the rifle, same as everything. So it's, yeah, a lot of materials and stuff go into that to do those upgrades.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to be able to take the stuff that you've put a lot of time and effort into, and it takes a lot of grinding to get it back again once you've lost it. It just drags the game out unnecessarily, in my opinion. So that's why we've basically said any of the low tier stuff, the normal stuff that you loot, things like cordage, and like if Krymstik's silly enough to make 200 cordage and carry it around with him, if I can kill him, then I can have that cordage. Not that I think he would be, but
Be a lot of fishing lures.
There you go. So, but once things start to become high-end stuff, then I don't think that should be lootable. Right. What else can I make to kill him with? So there is absolutely no point in me making a shotgun at the moment. I have just muted him so he can't actually hear me talking at the moment. Because I don't have any means to make any ammo for it. So. Now he can hear me again. See? Clever.
Oh. Oh my goodness. You're making your way up here. Do I have to book it?
No. It is the following day, and we have done 2 days for this episode. So I think, guys, I'm sorry, we're going to have to call that an episode. You can see my mansion that I have managed to construct out of all those trees that I felled, which I'm comfortably sitting in.
I don't think is over here.
keeping me nice and warm at the moment. But thank you very much for joining us. Things will get going pretty soon, but we do need to get established first. So let the fun begin. I think we decided on day 4, and we've kind of done days 1, 2, 3 and 4 so far. So maybe in the next episode we'll be in a better position to take a few more chances. But for now, thank you very much for joining us, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.